In Gabon, one video changed everything. A local influencer walked into a market, pointed her camera, and shouted at West African traders, "Go back to your country." Within hours, the clip was everywhere. It sparked anger, debate, and a storm of nationalist pride online. But what happened next shocked the continent. Instead of calming tensions, Gabon's government doubled down. In less than 72 hours, they announced a sweeping ban. All foreigners were prohibited from running small businesses or trading in markets. Think about that for a second. Not European corporations, not Chinese companies, but African traders, women and men who have lived, worked, and raised families in Gabon for years. This wasn't just a policy change, it was a message, a dangerous one. Because if Gabon can close its doors to fellow Africans overnight, what does that mean for the future of African unity, African trade, and African progress? By the end of this video, you'll understand why this ban is more than just a market dispute and why it might be one of the most important warnings Africa has faced in decades. August 2025, Libreville, Gabon. A brand new market opens. Like anywhere else, vendors rush to claim the best spots. Among them are hardworking women from Mali, Benin, and Togo, selling vegetables, braiding hair, running tiny shops. Then comes the spark. A local influencer walks in, camera rolling. She sees these women and explodes. "Go back to your country. Sell to your own people." The video spreads like wildfire. Within hours, #Gabon First trends across social media. But then, the unthinkable. Instead of calming things down, the Gabonese government announces a nationwide ban. No foreigner can run a small business or sell in markets anymore. Did one viral video just rewrite an entire country's economic policy? Here's the part nobody wants to talk about. The Malian woman selling tomatoes isn't rich. She makes maybe $20 on a good day. She pays rent to a Gabonese landlord. Her children study in Gabonese schools. She buys her goods from Gabonese suppliers. Every franc she earns circles back into the community. Now compare that to the giants, ExxonMobil, Shell, Total. Every year they pull billions out of Gabon's oil fields. Not thousands, not millions, billions. And when the money leaves, it doesn't stay in Africa. It flies to Paris, to New York, to London. So let me ask you this. Who is really draining Gabon's wealth? The woman selling vegetables in the market, or the multinationals exporting billions across oceans? Now let's rewind to 1999, Lagos, Nigeria. A former general, Olusegun Obasanjo, became president with an impossible dream: to create 50 Nigerian billionaires. People laughed. Nigeria was broke. Corruption everywhere. But Obasanjo knew something Gabon's leaders have forgotten. Economic nationalism without economic capacity is permanent weakness. He gave Nigerian entrepreneurs access to loans, contracts, and opportunities. The result? Aliko Dangote, the richest black man alive today, worth over $20 billion. His companies employ tens of thousands across Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, Benin, Togo, and beyond. When Dangote expands, nations roll out red carpets. Why? Because his success multiplies across borders. That's called the African multiplier effect. Instead of nurturing their own Dangote, Gabon turned its energy on market women. Instead of investing in capacity, they built walls around poverty. And here lies the tragedy. While Gabon targets traders earning barely $20 a day, China is pouring $62 billion into African infrastructure projects. While small businesses are banned from markets, European companies quietly strip billions in minerals from African soil. We like to say Africa is rising, but how do we rise when we waste our strength fighting over crumbs, while outsiders walk away with the cake? The European Union is 27 countries, home to just over 450 million people. Yet by coming together, they've built a single market, a common currency, and an economic bloc so powerful it can negotiate with giants like the United States and China on equal footing. Now look at Africa. We are 54 countries, 1.3 billion people, 3 times the population of Europe, richer in oil, gas, gold, diamonds, and fertile land than almost any region on Earth. By the numbers alone, we should already be the most powerful economic force on the planet. But instead of pooling our strength, we divide it. Instead of opening our arms to one another, we push our sisters and brothers out of markets. So the question is unavoidable. Who benefits when Africans see each other as enemies instead of allies? It is not the trader in the market. It is not the young man searching for work. It is not the woman trying to feed her children. The ones who benefit are the outsiders who prefer us divided, because a divided Africa cannot bargain, cannot compete, cannot rise. So here's the question every African leader must answer. Stop banning, start building. Stop chasing away traders. Start creating billionaires. Stop raising walls. Start laying bridges. Because the Africa that wins will not be the Africa that expels its own people. It will be the Africa that multiplies opportunities across borders, just like Dangote did. Remember this, our strength is not in isolation. Our strength is in integration, not in fear of one another, but in faith in one another. Not in tearing down our neighbors, but in lifting them up. Because the question isn't whether Africa will rise. Our resources, our people, our numbers guarantee that. The real question is this: will we rise together as one continent, or will we fall apart as 54 divided nations?